Hello everyone, I am Paul McGuire Grimes from Paul's Trip to the Movies, here with my top 5 movies of the summer. To kick it all off, I just want to give a special shout out to Surly Brewing Company. I've been loving their Surly Rosé. It is so refreshing, especially on these hot days. It's a light beer with a little hint of rosé. It's not sweet at all. I think you're really going to like it. So to kick it off, my number 5 movie from this past summer is 8th Grade. This is a coming-of-age movie written and directed by Bo Burnham, and it stars Elsie Fisher as a girl named Kayla, who's really trying to find her place in these last few weeks of the 8th grade and that transition period between 8th grade, summer, and high school. She gives such a phenomenal performance. It's very raw, it's very vulnerable, really getting you into that mindset of what a girl of her age is going through in the 8th grade. You don't often see coming of age movies that tackles this specific age bracket, and I really think that Bo Burnham really captures it so well. I think parents are really gonna love it, and I think kids are really gonna relate to this movie a lot. So it's 8th Grade, so go check that out. My number 4 movie from this past summer is Mission Impossible Fallout. This is the 6th and best Mission movie to date, following the original's release back in 1996. So you've got Tom Cruise back again as Ethan Hunt, with Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Angela Bassett, Henry Cavill is in this one, and it is full of just all of your favorite Mission Impossible stuff. The rubber masks, the death-defying stunts, the twists, the turns, the double-crossing agents, and this is written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. He also did the last one, Rogue Nation, and he just directs this with such precise vision. Every action sequence is choreographed meticulously, and it just builds and builds and builds so well. I really love this movie. It just is fantastic. It's a reason why you go to the theater to see movies. It's such a big adventure, and I loved it. So that was number 4, Mission Impossible Fallout. Number 3 pick from this past summer is Hereditary. This stars Toni Collette as a woman that struggles with her mother's death. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It also stars Gabriel Byrne as her husband, Alex Wolff as her son, and Anne Dowd from The Handmaid's Tale as another mom that she meets that's grieving. This is a psychological thriller. This may be one of the scariest movies you've seen in a long time, and Toni Collette is absolutely brilliant. I want her to talk of awards consideration and how she really waffles between anger, grief, guilt, and this movie is a kind of an exploration of how our brain deals with death and trauma. It escalates so well. It's the kind of psychological thriller that I really respond to, much like Roman Polanski's Repulsion, Rosemary's Baby. That kind of what on earth is going on in this movie and how it builds. And Toni Collette, like I said, is just phenomenal in this. It was called Hereditary. My number 2 movie from this summer is very different than that movie. It's called Won't You Be My Neighbor. It is the documentary all about Fred Rogers. And in it, it features interviews with his wife, his sons, and a variety of the actors that were on his show. And it really is this reminder of how groundbreaking and how courageous he tackled such hot-button issues as racism, depression, and loving yourself at any age. Dating back to the 60s up to through the 2000s, his show is so groundbreaking, and you really get that from this documentary. It's a reminder of how Fred Rogers wanted unity. He wanted to bring people together and show how everyone deserves respect, and no matter what your background is, whatever your belief system is, everyone deserves to be loved and appreciated, and he was such a icon of that motto, and it was so great to see it in this movie, to be reminded of that in these times. There's a reason why this documentary is coming out right now, and you'll get that when you see the movie. It's Won't You Be My Neighbor. I came away from it just crying my eyes out, and I never cry at movies, but it leaves you with such a hopeful message about love and the people in your life that have meant a lot to you. That was number 2, Won't You Be My Neighbor. My number 1 movie from this past summer, you may have watched my review of it. This is Black Klansman. It's the new one from Spike Lee, and it has John David Washington in it as Ron Stallworth, who was a cop in Colorado Springs who decided to infiltrate the KKK. You will kind of be kicked in the gut afterwards when you see this, knowing that it's a true story based in the 70s, but feels so timely for what happened in 2017. It rings so true, and there's a reason why Spike Lee released it on the 1-year anniversary of the Charlottesville riots. The script can be harsh to hear at times. It's very uneasy, like I said, But at the other time, it's very funny in the way that he directs his actors, almost as if he's playing for satire, to really play up that balance. It just gets you the way it should. And if it doesn't leave you shaking afterwards or feeling something inside of you, then you're not paying attention to what's going on in the news right now. And that is what's so important about movies like this, is that it teaches you about history and about how movies can shape how we think about the past, today, and why history matters and what we learn from history. So that is Black Klansman. It stars John David Washington, who is Denzel Washington's son. He gives a phenomenal performance in this movie. It also stars Adam Driver and Topher Grace as David Duke. All three of them are really great in this. It was Black Klansman by Spike Lee. So those were the top 5 movies of this year. Number 5, 8th Grade. Number 4, Mission Impossible Fallout. Number 3, Hereditary. Number 2, Won't You Be My Neighbor. And number 1, Black Klansman. And I want to give a special honorary mention to Crazy Rich Asians, another really fantastic movie that came out this summer. So thank you so much for watching today. Those are my top movies of the year. Let me know, what movies did you love from this past summer? Was it movies like this, or were there other blockbusters like Incredibles 2 or Avengers Infinity War? Let me know what you love from this past summer. Don't forget, click subscribe on my YouTube channel for more reviews, more interviews, and my appearances from KSTP's Twin Cities Live. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And don't forget to go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com. There you will find a link to my podcast. We have a new episode up right now. It's my fall movie preview. So thank you so much for watching today.